Hi Sunil, welcome on Finrep's podcast. I would love for you to tell our audience more about yourself and how did you ended up in SEC reporting as a career.
Okay. So I'm Sunil Pandey, and I'm working in this SEC reporting domain from last 14 years. And after completing my MBA in finance, I started working in SEC reporting domain. So basically, I worked here in SEC as well as Federal Reserve Bank regulatory reporting as well. So there is several regulator in US regulatory environment. So SEC is one of them, and during my career, I means worked with different MNCs, multinational companies. Those are listed in USA. So that's about myself.
And how did you stumble across this reporting as a career particularly?
Mhm.
Which event or filing in your life actually drew you to SEC reporting?
Okay. So I used to file 10Q for quarterly reporting, 10K for annual reporting, and during my tenure, I faced the challenges or issues to report S1, that is registration document. That through that we can go public and issue securities to public stakeholder. So that is one of the, I think, critical report that require a lot of effort, lot of historical data as well. Means like 5 year historical data, and then stringent auditing as well, and we require legal partner as well for our S1 registration things. So that is, I think, one of critical report. Then 10K is also vast and lot of financial as well non-financial information there. So it is also a critical report. And 8K, that is if there is any management changes or any significant event happen, then we can file. Then we used to file 8K as well, several exhibit, and as SEC itself is a means, I think, very huge requirement in SEC reporting. So it include data preparation to filing or get audited, and then there is internal control like SOX, and then external control as well, because nowadays big four like to whom we are getting audited, they are also means provide their input to PCOAB, that is public company auditing firm. So they also get means being audited, are auditors. So there is means several requirement, audit purpose as well as compliance purpose as well. And if I talk about SEC, so there is several regulator in USA, and they are equally important and equally means mandatory requirement. They have their mandatory requirement. But if we talk about SEC, whether like we have Federal Reserve Bank, their regulator for bank holding companies, and we have Office of Comptroller Currency that handles means currency things there, and they have Treasury Department as well that work on US government Treasury Department, and other things like Federal Institution Examination Council as well. If I talk about SEC, so whether you are bank holding company or real estate company or agriculture, you need to file an SEC. And if you are banking, then you need to file on SEC as well as federal bank regulator as well. So if I talk about means number of filer, then it is vast. If I talk about SEC, so we are roughly, I think, 28,000 filer in SEC, and they are, I think, if I talk about trading, so about $100 trillion annual trading is happening on SEC. So it says how important SEC regulator, because we have to protect investor, we have to train and acknowledge their means consequences if they fail about filing or any misrepresentation happen. So there is huge penalty as well as a lot of impact that SEC filing has in USA regulatory domain.
Got it. And do uh, degrees like CPA, CMA, do they
Mhm.
help people get into SEC reporting faster? Does
Uh,
that lead to a natural progression?
yeah, there is several update that regularly comes. Like if I say recent, so CSL came up, and then that is means allowances calculation, as well as there is FAS standard like ASC, is accounting standard codification and all. So in terms to understand these concept, I think CPA and CMA have their edge. But normal, if you don't have any degrees and all, so with the experience and with the training and learning, every means without holding these degrees, we can have means better understanding and better career in SEC reporting. but definitely if you have a degree, so that helps.
Got it.
Yeah.
If I have to talk about what happens within a filing room, so can you walk our audience through what does an end-to-end filing for a quarterly reporting looks like? Uh,
Mhm. Okay. So if I talk about filing, so it includes, as I told earlier, it is first report that includes so much non-financial information as well. If I talk about other report like Y9C that goes for bank holding company, so it include financial report more. They have several memoranda item as well, but those are not as much as we have in SEC. So like we have here what we are doing, our business section, our risk factor, and result of operation variance commentary, etc. So it includes lots of coordination as well as like we have to report executive compensation as well in SEC reporting during our annual filing. So we have to coordinate with financial planning analysis team, accounting team, and then HR team and legal team as well for our commitment and litigation things. So a major challenge what we face in SEC reporting, it is coordination and timelines, because we break it this filing in several parts. Like first we do roll forward for upcoming period. So work start from there. If we have our older version, then first we start with roll forward. In this we means fill the prior comparable reporting period number and current period we zeroed out. And then once our means reporting cycle close, like we are in Q2 reporting, so usually 30th June, if we don't have any means specific timing, then 30th June it is Q2 in USA. So once we close our books, then we started getting data that need to report in SEC, because it include entire part of any company. So it start with financial reporting, financial statement preparation, and state income statement, cash flow, comprehensive income things. And then there is several schedule that helps to understand our financials. Like we have investment footnote and fair value measurement footnote, derivative footnote, if we have investment in those. So it include to coordinate different team like derivative team, risk team, and investment team. So they provide data in their way. Like some data we get through mail. If we have any portal or dashboard, then they upload their data, and we use from the that platform. So it includes me a lot of effort and a lot of communication with different team. And then it means complete in phases. Like first draft we send to disclosure committee, and then review our text as well as financial. They send us their comment, and if there is any changes we make those changes. And then it goes to management committee. And once we almost finalize our document, like all the numbers are filled, and any significant non-financial information we filled, then it goes to auditors. And so we call it audit committee draft or audit committee version. So they review and they provide their comment or their analysis on that. And once we means support our data, and we are means provide them answer of their questions. Then they provide their consent on our file 10K 10Q. So in 10Q, this is not mandatory to getting consent of auditor or auditors page in our 10Q. But in 10K it requires auditor's consent. So it, because it is audited financial statement and footnotes. So, and it requires almost we have 45 days timeline after quarter close. But we try to file it before, because we don't want to last day don't want to file last day. And if there is any means mishappening happen, then it if we don't means able to file on time, then there is heavy penalties, as well as uh, it is as heavy means they can stop us going in market and sell our products. So that's why timeline is very important for in SEC
got
domain.
it.
Yeah.
Got it. What were your learnings, Sunil, from ever filing or responding to a comment letter, late filing, or a major restatement? Because these are unusual, right?
Mm-hmm.
So would love for you to educate our viewers about how did you go about it.
Okay. So it is not means usual like late filing and all, but if such thing happens. And because I am working in this domain from last 14 years, so two or three occurrences uh, came in my career as well. So one time actually we are almost done with our filing, but there is XVRL things also that need to file with SEC 10K 10Q. So in XVRL, we actually outsource this XVRL part from someone else. We were not doing that by self. So they they were facing some problem, and in that process, they in last moment, like last day of filing, they told us that they are not able to provide XVRL things for filing. So what we did at that time, actually, it's not usual means usual things. So we contacted our legal team and management committee. So they actually suggest us that whatever we have, like without XBRL, please file without XBRL this thing, the 10Q without interactive data, and then we see what we can do. So at that time only, our means management committee and CEO of that particular entity, they emailed to SEC personnel, and that means a briefing that we are going to file without XBRL because we are facing such issue. So we got extension almost 6 hours or 8 hours for XBRL filing. So we first filed 10Q, and then in those means 6 or 8 hours, we completed our XBRL as well. And after that, we file those combined XBRL and 10Q. So in that means way, we means we don't they didn't panel means give us penalty and all. So if we fail to manage with legal team and management committee, and we didn't send email to them like SEC personnel and all, because it was put in their knowledge that we are going to file in 6 hour extension. So it was uh, acceptable. Otherwise, we have to they means penalize us. And at that time, I was in insurance companies, so they may uh, penalize us with do not go in market and sell your product. So it is huge penalty for us. So
Got
and
it.
that type of challenges we face in this SEC reporting.
Got it. And Sunil, I would love for you to educate our viewers. If a new SEC disclosure requirement arises, there are
Mm-hmm.
new disclosure requirements coming for AI, ESG, cybersecurity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you walk us through your own process of how do you go across, find about it,
Mm-hmm.
navigate about drafting these disclosures, and then incorporating them into your company filings? What does that process look like?
Okay. So, like you told, ESG and cybersecurity are new things that, but I think ESG is now being hold, because in recent meeting with SEC and other personnel, they withdrew this disclosure from last means uh, further notice. So, but if we have any new disclosure or any means changes on ASC standard accounting standard codification, so first we see means their guidelines what they need, and then we draft our means content. So like paragraph and if any table require any data requires, then first we dropped it. Uh, if when I see we, then means SEC reporting team, and then we send it to disclosure committee, because they review those changes of what we are making changes, and table or text. And we have our accounting policy team as well. So they review it on the basis of accounting policy, what accounting policy says. For we have means particular accounting standard for any invest any changes or any material things. So on basis of that, they review and they send us their comment. And after means making changes, if there is any changes and all, it means it is live for filing. So in that way, like it requires three step changes. Like first we make changes, and then it go to disclosure committee, and then it goes to accounting policy team. So they also review these things, and when we provide satisfactory answer and content, then we are going to then it is for live reporting in particular quarter.
Got it. Navigating to the tools that you end up using in this whole process, in your decade plus experience in SEC reporting filing, Can you help us understand what are the tools that you would end up using?
Okay, so I have used a different tool for SEC reporting, like earlier. One is EGXBRL, and then Edgar Online, and I think River software something, and then Crossfire also, and nowadays means WDS, that is from Workiva. So it is means quite famous nowadays in industry, SEC reporting industry. So I use, so it is like every tools, I think they have their own process, like copy last quarter filing and provide it for current quarter. And then means every company, I think they have their Excel sheet linked to main document. So we put our data in Excel, and Excel links to document. So once we publish there in Excel, it goes to document, and they have their means functionality to provide live filing. Earlier it was not with other software like Crossfire and EasyXBRL, Edgar Online, but in WDesk it is there. We can file from WDesk only. So navigating tool, like it is just I find it like they have their setup. So nowadays with AI we can link these Excel sheet to our ledger as well. So once every day, if we set a time like 8 a.m. US time, ledger will refresh. So once that got refreshed, so it automatically comes into a spreadsheet, and means Excel, and from there it comes in our main document. So there is a lot of automation is happening in this industry. It also it actually provide us time to analyze our data, because if we are just putting data, and we are taking a lot of hours in putting data, so we have less time in analyzing our variance commentary, or any material things. So it helps us to provide means time to analyze our data, and more focus on analysis rather than putting data. And in consolidation also it helps, because sometimes we provide reader access, read and write access to data provider, like we are getting investment data from other team, so we provide them access, and they put their data by own. So in different team, risk team also fill their data, HR team fills their data, legal team fills their data. So this provides us a lot of time, and save a lot of effort, and we just consolidate data, and provide our means comment, as well as we uh, look for other further improvement like formatting and everything. So it provides us a lot of time.
Got it. You touched on automation, Sunil,
Mhm.
while describing what's happening in this space. Are you personally experimenting with AI-based products in this space right now?
Yeah, I think everyone is means searching for AI. AI tool. AI means helps in these SEC reporting, because sometimes what happens, we require a lot of comparison with our peers. Like if you are in bank holding company, so uh, you need to their disclosure like banking industry data, and if you are in software like companies, then you need their data, because if any new thing comes, so if large, there is several category of filer, large accelerated and non-accelerated type of. So firstly it apply on large accelerated companies first. So once they include these changes, so it helps if you are a smaller company as a non-accelerated company. So it helps us. So we can go there, and we find their how they means manage these changes. So this type of comparison we need. So if any tool gives us this liberty to analyze, means they uh, they leverage their this facility, that by the tool we can compare different filing, and get different data, because a lot of schedule require a lot of change, because in PwC Connect, our other partner, audit partner, they have their disclosure checklist, that if you are preparing fair value footnote, then these accounting standard codifications should follow. So by these comparison, uh, we it helps us to comply with compliance, as well as audit things as well.
Got it. Thanks for bringing in the comparison aspect of the filing. In how do you stay on top of what's happening in the industry? What what are the new trends that's coming in, if there are updates from regulatory bodies. How do you keep yourself updated, Sunil?
Okay, so for regulatory changes, I used to follow SEC website. So there we have newsroom. So if we hit in newsroom, then they provide day by day changes like ESG changes, cyber security. We can find their entire information and mentioned there. And if they have imposed any penalty on income, like recently, I think. And is one of Georgian company got penalized about $140 million. So from their SEC website itself, we get a lot of data as well as uh, reporting changes, new regulation if it comes, then we get it through newsroom, press release kind of things. So we can find there.
Segueing into how SEC scrutinizes companies, what trends have you been seeing coming in SEC comment letters for your industry and the broader audience as whole?
Okay, so if it depends on company to company, means in what industry you are working. So for I think in bank holding companies, they check it from their uh, asset and liability. Uh, Different ratio are there, like leverage ratio, capital adequacy ratio, and all. And uh, they compare. They have their own comparisons. Like if you are uh, providing such data in balance sheet or income statement. So they go to a particular footnote and they read it and compare it from other companies and means accuracy to materiality and accuracy, because uh, by the way it get audited, so there is very less chances to misrepresentation, because management in SOX compliance like 302 and 404 section, we need to comply with comply for management committee and audit committee as well. So there is less chances, but they have their very stringent uh, means audit at SEC level as well. So from balance sheet and our data, they get means things for penalty and all. So and there is one other things like commitment and contingencies also. So if they find anything and uh, there means misrepresentation by legal team, so that also comes in their radar.
Got it. How do you evaluate or approach judging disclosures, especially when the guidance feels gray?
Okay. So in that case, we go to peers company and we means follow their what they are presenting, and then compare with the guidelines like FAS, Financial Accounting Standard, that particular things, because we have FAS for everything, whatever we are reporting. And SEC template is for other things like non-financial information. We have SEC template and guidelines for non-financial things like how we present executive compensation and all, how we present our risk factors, what we are having risk as risk. So that we have set up template as well as guidelines and peer comparison as well. So, and then we have our team, like disclosure committee I told you earlier, and accounting policy team. So we evaluate means on these basis, means it require a lot of efforts to comparing and reading guidelines, yes, and all, everything. So that is actually our work in off peak time, because in peak time we just follow process and we complete our filing, audited, SOX compliant thing, and we have almost 1.5 month for each quarter to prepare for these things. So we have time, we read other companies data and report disclosure, and then if we find something, then we reach out to our accounting policy team, disclosure committee, management committee, and auditor as well. So we have several meeting during these peak period, and if there is any challenges in ledger accounting and all, so we uh, went to ledger team as well, accounting team as well, and if there is any accounting guidelines need to change, then we change it, and even we go till entry level as well, general entry level as well. Why you are putting this entry in this account? This should go into this, and this note, this account need to report in different node, different line. So that kind of practice we are doing during off peak. So it is ongoing process, and every quarter we face new challenges, new issues, and we mitigate these risk challenges and things to mitigate our risk in filing.
Got it. With regards to how SEC ends up responding to these companies via comment letters, can you help us understand what does that process look like from end to end? And how costly will that be for companies to receive a comment letter from SEC? I understand there's a reputational element to it,
Mhm.
but what changes internally?
Okay. So definitely it is finance. It also reputational as well as financial, because if we get comment letter from SEC, and if we are going to change on the basis of comment letter, then it is more means reputational and financial loss, because we have filing fees as well. Like I think if per million balance sheet data, you need to $153 filing fees as well. So if you are going to file again, that first thing financial loss and then reputational loss it is. And once we get comment letter, then first we analyze those. And a lot of cases I find that we don't need to revise our financial statement or something. We need to explain those. Why means you represent this manner and not as per what they are saying. So first we need to explain by our comment. And sometime what happens, we consider that this is our mistake, but it doesn't require to go update our prior filing, because due to materiality and something. So we say to SEC that yeah, it is our fault, but we are going to correct this in correct for upcoming quarterly reporting period, because this is not that material and all. So this is the main entire process. First we, once we get later, then it we analyze it, and then if it is not we are not able to understand that comment or something, we collectively have team meeting. And we means include industry expert as well, like auditors, because auditors audit means a lot of companies, only our company, so they have better idea, and they suggest us. So, and if we are going to restate something, then it requires a lot of effort, because we first pick our wrong number, and then there is means a statement and impact of that is restated number. And it we first analyze means to whom means what are disclosure or financial are going to impact by these changes. So like we change investment line in balance sheet, so it impact our investment footnote, and then in MD&A section liquidity and capital ratios as well, and quantitative qualitative information. So at on what places it is going to impact, so we also need pay attention on that as well. So it will require a lot of effort, lot of uh, financial loss as well. So that's why we are having so much robust internal financial control in terms of SOX, and then external control like getting audited. So these types of control we are having, but still we get pen means comment letters also.
Got it. Sunil, you had such a rich experience in SEC reporting. Looking back, can you tell us about which has been your most difficult filing?
Okay, so I think most difficult filing was that I told earlier. It was S1 when we
Okay.
are going to public, because it is not usual. 10K 10Q is our usual filing. We have template, we have set up guidelines and disclosure that we need to report. We have our earlier template need to roll forward, and then data collection means template are ready for 10K 10K reporting. But when you are going to public, then it is your probably first draft, so you don't have prior material for that. And it requires a lot of data, like 5-year historical data, and get it audited by auditors, as well as we need to consult legal team as well. And it requires, before going public, it requires I think 4 or 5 S1 filing before that. And once we file S1, then SEC have means very uh, stringent review on that, and they it means regularly send us comment, their comment that you need to correct your business segment, business section, you need to correct your risk factor things, and everything. So we need to consult with the legal team and auditors, and then uh, go in your ledger for 5-year data. So it requires a lot of effort, as well as a lot of coordination with different team. And drafting these means material is also a cumbersome thing. It is not easy things, because if you are starting something from scratch, and so it means we are not having any prior experience in filing S1 and all. So yeah, it is difficult filing in terms of S1. Or if you are going to file 20F or 40F, so these are also unusual, because if for Canada, if any company is registered in Canada, then they need to file 40F. And other than Canada, if you are foreign filer other than Canada, so you need to file 20F. So 20F and 40F requirement are only annual. So a work that is only you are doing in annual, so lot of chances that you are going to forget things or misread things. So that is also means challenging task if you are in that domain, because working for a company, it may be that your one or other entities are listed in working in Canada and other country. So you need to file these 20F and 40F form as well.
Got it. If you had to go and advise a small process or change which radically improved your accuracy or speed for the SEC reporting filing process, what would that be, Sunil?
Yeah, I think personally AI can do a lot of help in SEC reporting. Like I told earlier, if we have liberty to sync our ledger from our tool, so it provide a lot of means time to us. Once we set a time, they push their ledger refresh, and then it automatic comes in our Excel sheet, and then Excel link to document. So one, I think that things. So it is very human error also means will be ignored in this process, as well as comparison things. If we have liberty to compare within the tool or something, so we can compare other entities filing. So it also provide a lot of helps. And I think uh, we we means it takes a lot of effort in formatting as well, because it is not impacting us on SEC and all, but our document look also means if we can format well and table formatting and all, so it looks means very elegant in SEC website as well. So that also takes a lot of time in formatting data, formatting table and all. So like if we have something set of guide, like a style guide for paragraph heading, we set a heading. And if you need to change from italic to normal and bold to normal, so once you change one style guide, select change formatting, then it can apply entire document. So it helps a lot to go particular section and format everything. So style guide for normal language, normal text. So we can provide make a style guide. And once we select while putting a paragraph and all, if we select that we need this style guide for this paragraph, so it change in entire document. So that kind of things is also means happening in SEC reporting domain. So it helps us formatting. It is not that much significant for SEC reporting, but uh, we have to take we means it takes a lot of effort from us to means format these things.
What is that one thing that non-reporting teams could understand about the reporting process better?
Uh, I think first thing, non-reporting team per se, I think that comparison thing. And
Okay.
reporting, like if you are in accounting, then so what happens if you are looking into SEC, then it provide you company's entire picture. If you are working on different schedule, like other, if I talk about other regulator, Federal Reserve Bank and all, so they ask filer to provide like Y9C. So these are just financial information, balance sheet, income statement, and then memoranda item like this line include this. But if you see SEC document 10K or 10Q, then it provide you financial data, and then it provide non-financial information as well, that what your company is doing. And each, like in balance sheet we have several lines, so each line, like investment, we have a footnote, so you can read and write that footnote. And for layman, that XBRL things came up. Interactive means that is interactive data reporting. So once you have, like suppose you have litigation things, or you have any line of investment reporting. So once you put that, put your cursor or that particular amount, so it gives you means knowledge about that particular item, what it is, what type of means balance it is, credit or debit, and definition as well. So you can, it is for layman, means if you don't have any knowledge about accounting and reporting, you can have knowledge from that XBRL tagging. That's why it came up in 2008 to understand, because a lot of stakeholder who are means who are putting their money into a particular company, they don't have knowledge about accounting and finance. So, and if you are reading their balance sheet and there is a cash flow has kind of things written, so they don't understand it. But once it is being tagged from XBRL, you, once you put your cursor on that amount, it gives you definition of that particular line item, what it is. So I think XBRL is better understandable for layman and non-accounting reporting background people. So it is means liberty giving by SEC reporting things.
Got it. For someone who joins your team or is very junior in SEC reporting, what advice would you give to them today?
Okay, so first thing, I advise them to read entire document, not means 1 or 2 days. Take put your time and read entire document at least. So it provide, because of what happens sometime, people are working a particular disclosure, so they don't have means full exposure on entire document. So once we put a number or amount in particular disclosure, that actually impacted other section as well. Like you update investment accounting or reinsurance things in balance sheet, so it impacted other footnote as well, like investment footnote and in MD&A section as well. So there is means chances to, if you report like you are, we are reporting numbers in million or billion, so and support usually we get support in whole numbers, so we are rounding it different number, and in other disclosure they're rounding in different number. So that uh, that create issue in finalizing. Once we are finalizing, then there are rounding error are happening. So though we have several validation checks, we put validation from one section to other section, so that is there. But anyway, it takes our effort to remove those validation checks. And if you have knowledge about entire document, so once you update one number in particular section, so you have idea that this is going to impact other section as well. So you go there and check that number if that is not rounding as you are rounding. So it helps them to keep those on track, and we can avoid that validation checks in XBRL as well as 10K 10K reporting. And by that way, means if they read particular section and entire document, so they understand better that the from whom we get these data, means it is coming from derivative team or accounting team or legal team. So it gives them better picture of all these things.
Got it.
And yeah, SEC, they can refer SEC website as well for any upcoming changes or any uh, press release. So that gives other things.
Looking forward, Sunil, what improvements would you like to see in the creation or review process of SEC filings, whether it is in technology, regulatory guidance, or internal collaboration?
Okay, so I I think internal collaboration is majorly impacting us, because we have a lot of email communication for data requirement, and timelines. We have timeline limit like 45 days. So if we have some liberty in our tool itself, that means particular quarter, it gives data provider notification that this particular data or input be needed at this particular date. Like dashboard, we have dashboard in our particular tool from we are going to report. So and we need data from some team, uh, XYZ date. So on before that date, 2 3 days, it send notification to them that this is needed at particular date. So it helps us lot. And as well as comparison, peer comparison, if we have that thing, that also help us. And I think uh, these formatting and all, and if we have any validation things, and FAS, if any FAS changes happens, and that particular tool gives us notification that this is going to change in this particular quarter, and whatever changes are happening, it is being implemented by this date and all timeline. So this also helps because and at the end of the day, we need to comply with FAS guidelines as well and compliance things. So I think few of the tools are helping us in SOX compliance as well. So in tool, they build their SOX certification form. So in that form, which you check means you can check what measure they are following in preparing these documents, and then reviewer put their comment. If they find any missing things, then they mark their comment. So these kind of AI things happening in tool itself, I think. So that helps us.
What's a resource, book, course, or newsletter that you would recommend for everyone to stay sharp in the SEC reporting?
So later, I think to read as much as you can, like you are, if you are working for a bank holding company, then you read bank holding SEC 10K 10Q, and uh, there is several trainings are also happening. There are several video that you can get from SEC website itself. So you can look in those videos, and in particular tool like WDesk, and there is a compatible tool as well. So you can they have their university as well, SEC reporting university and all. So you can get knowledge from there as well. And for newsletter, you can check SEC website for news section and press release. So from there you can get a lot of knowledge, as well as SEC team, disclosure committee, management committee, and so these committees are in. If you are filing SE, then we have these committee in your means company entity itself. So they actually uh, regularly visit to SEC office, or there is a lot of I think session has also happened in USA. So they used to go there and in that meetings as well. So once they listen there and they make a note, and then they provide us, if you are working in other country like India and all outsourcing. So they provide us their input on that particular things. So that is also helpful.
Got it. If you had to give someone like an elevator pitch to join ACC reporting, Sunil, what would that
Mhm.
be?
Yeah, it is like entire picture of a company. If you are in SEC reporting, it is not just a preparing a schedule like you are working on investment schedule, fair value schedule, derivative schedule. It gives the entire picture. You can even you can see executive compensation as well. What are your CEOs are earning? HR things also, and legal things also. What is risk factor? You can uh, read your company's risk factor, and how your company is doing, like liquidity and other capital ratios as well. So it gives a entire picture of a company, how sounds your company in financial terms and other non-financial terms. So that's why means people should join SEC. So once you work in SEC domain, then I think wherever you go, uh, you feel that uh, I touch this point because you worked on entire document. So in other process, you if you go, then you work in particular things. So at least you have idea about how we report this, what data it needs, and what guidelines it needs. So that's why I recommend is to join SEC as a fresher or later in your career.
Got it. Closing question from my end, Sunil. What's the weirdest or funniest disclosure or risk factor that you have seen across in all the filings?
Okay. So in disclosure terms, I think fair value measurement and investment, if you are in banking domain, because these are major means line in bank holding companies. Loan is also loan and debt, and then investment and fair, because in investment and fair value we need to report derivative as well, and derivative reporting is means a lot of effort it needs, and risk when wherever risk team comes, then it requires a lot of effort and valuation as well. every time it gets changes. Assumptions got changes. If you are having level 3 assets or liabilities, then assumptions are also being changed. So you need to uh, change your tables format and all, and text as well. And if you are in insurance domain, then there is insurance liability and DAC, deferred acquisition cost, insurance thing, insurance premium, insurance claim. Those disclosure needs a lot of effort from anyone. And if you are in software companies, then there is revenue recognition, C606. It is means quite cumbersome. So it depends on industry type to where you are working. So in banking domain, I worked a lot of in banking domain. It is loan, investment, fair value measurement, derivative section. It requires a lot of effort and a lot of challenges in this section. And
Got it.
if you talk about MD&A section, so result of operations, because we need to provide variance commentary there. So to calculate or analyze variance commentary, so we need to means we need to go very deep dive into my like account description and accounting level. We need to go journal entry preparer as well sometimes to ask why you put this journal into this means line. So that takes a lot of effort.
Got it. Thanks, Sunil, for joining us in this conversation to talk about your life as an SEC reporting team member. And I'm sure our users will love listening to your advice as well.
Yeah, thank you.